Hello, this is Debbie Johnson from Business Intelligence Services, and today's video is going to talk about the initial finance reporting uh, reports that are soon to be delivered for all of the campus. We had a demonstration of this draft system last Monday at the steering committee meeting, and this video is a repetition of that demonstration. There are many changes we need to make still in naming and formatting, but you will get the general idea of how the new system will look compared to the old system. The reports we chose were the basic reports you get every month, the Snap by Org, the transaction detail, and some of you get the fund by account or can run the fund by account report. And so we created a dashboard of these options, and that will enable you to also link to future reports as we deliver them. Um, so first of all, let's look at in general what the features are of the system. Uh, you will find these videos all on the question mark that's at the top of every page. If you click on it, you will go to our Confluence page, which has many other videos that we've done, has PowerPoint presentations, has a way to get access to the dashboarding tool today, even though you would not have access to any of the data at this point unless the data stewards award it. But you can get access to the dashboarding tool. MicroRooster is another set of videos from another person that's been posting videos, and they're very useful also. Um, Links to how to get to our production environment and our training environment. We're going to be doing this demo in development because that's where the source code is at this point. So all of your resources center around this Confluence page. You can get to the BI Hub and all kinds of other resources. So that's at the question mark at the top of every page. Now, in addition, when you go into finance reporting, you will see, well, depending on who you are, you will either see 3 folders or 1 item. This finance reporting menu everybody sees that has access to finance reporting. Um, the finance data sets, the steward and the analyst are a way for people who have been made the analyst level in the system, of which the data steward is able to award analyst level, or the steward, who is the data stewards. Um, Analysts can write to this analyst folder, and they can see the data sets folder, and we'll talk more about data sets and documents in a little bit. Um, and then the steward can write to their folder or read the analyst folder. So if analysts get together for refinance reporting and they come up with a really cool report, they can share it with the steward. The steward can copy it over to their area, test it, make changes, any changes they want, and when they like it, they can contact IT and we can pull it from the steward area and put it down in the common area for everybody to have access. So right now I want to cover what's in this finance reporting menu and how we're going to use that in the future. So if you click on it, and this is a document you can see by the icon. If you click on it, we get a document with quite a few different options here. You can separate your year-to-date and your inception-to-date reports. Year-to-date has snapshot by org, fund by account, transaction detail, and inception-to-date has just the fund by org and transaction detail, fund by account, transaction detail. We don't get snap by org for inception-to-date. You can run things for the current, prior, or custom fiscal period. And that just allows you with different options for those different reports. we're going to run from the custom fiscal period for now. You can go back to your web job legacy reports and run a legacy report. Until we get everything converted, you're going to need to go to both places. So, and we're not going to disconnect the existing reports anytime soon. That will be another process after we get more reports in MicroStrategy. So you still need to get back to the web job for existing reports. You can also get help. If you right click on help, you can go to links. There will be specific help for this menu. Right now it has Spot because we haven't written this yet, but it'll go to a page that would give you specific help. The BI Hub, which is talked about in the other videos, is a community site, and instructions for joining the BI Hub is on the Confluence page. Data Dictionary, frequently asked questions, who to contact. So all kinds of information is at the top of every document. And this is test data, so keep that in mind as we go through this presentation. So we're going to run this for a custom fiscal period, and we're going to run, let's say, snapshot by org. And I've already run this in the past, so I have values already here. But you can run it by the BAVL, Budget Available Fund, or by the org hierarchy levels. So I've selected org hierarchy, and I run that document. I'm going to get a choice of what hierarchy do I want. I picked a department level, but you can run this at an organization level, a senior management level. And once you pick department, you can pick which department you would like. So I selected biochemistry, but it will give me all of the departments in my area that I'm authorized to see, and I happen to have, I think, overall access. But this is a development environment. These numbers are not accurate anyhow. So in biochemistry, I just pick that as a sample. All right. So these will have different names. They'll have Snap by organization in them somewhere, but we haven't renamed them with production names yet. So if we run the report, now if you didn't want to wait for this, you could add it to your history list and come back later, and that is in documentation, is in the other videos that I have on the YouTube site. You can show document details, which just tells you what you filtered by. We're just wait. It just takes a little longer because we're in the development environment. Okay, so this is the Snap by Org report in the MicroStrategy world, and you can select the different versions of this report that you would have gotten out in SQR by the different tabs. So the operating ledger by budget available. Looks like we have a duplicate tab there. This is a development environment, so we'll get it fixed up. Cash accounting by organization, operating ledger by organization. So it looks very similar to your, and it's giving the same numbers as your current Snap by org. Now, one difference that could be happening is we are not using Oracle Security. We're using FundOrg Security, but we're adding to that PI Security and Fund Manager Security. So you may see more funds and orgs than what you used to in these reports. But other than that, the numbers are matching. You'll notice that some of these are underlined. And if they're underlined, that means there's additional information. So rather than going out and running a separate report, you can click on any of these and you'll get the fund account report for that particular fund that you clicked on. And it opens in a separate tab, so you can choose to go back, try another fund, and so on. For the all under the current, if you click it, it will go directly to the transaction detail. And you get the detail that makes up that $1,800 odd that was listed there. So this is a way to travel through your document without going out and running a whole separate report, and your original document is still here and viewable. You can flip through the different senior management, and we only picked biochemistry, so we're only going to have one choice, but there are multiple orgs in biochemistry, so I have a total right here, but if I just wanted to look at like the one faculty, I could look at the Fralin faculty and see just that particular org within that department. So instead of paging through lots and lots of pages, you can just flip back and forth. Cash accounting works the same way with the flipping back and forth. It does not go to the department level. Oh, yes, it does. Okay. Okay. And then there's the budget available fund. You can flip between the funds. So if you want to see your E&G fund, you can just pick it, and the report will just be on the E&G funds. Now, if you get to something that you really like, in other words, let's say you have no use for financial manager on this report, you can remove it from the grid just by right-clicking on it, remove it from the grid, and your report is different. You can switch columns. Let's say you would like to move the revised column in front of adopted. Oops. Well, I think I moved it to the wrong. I grabbed the wrong thing. Not sure exactly how to get back, so we're just going to run it again. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll just run the document again. All right, so we're over in here. Let's say we wanted to remove the financial manager. Remove from grid, and we wanted to move revised. I have to be sure and I pick the right revised. There we go. So now revised is in front of adopted. And if I wanted to always see that, I didn't want to have to remove that every time I ran it, just simply go up to the little bookmark and say save as a personal view. And I'll show you what that looks like when you get there. But you can make this any name you want. I'll just leave it with the date on it. But if you had different versions for different people, like maybe you're running this report for a dean or a director, and they want it in a certain format all the time, you can just have a format that has their name on it and then run it from there. So we'll look at that in a little bit about personal views. So back to here, you can run the fund by account directly in the transaction detail directly. Those are options on your report. If we go up, over here you'll see your subscriptions. You can click on that and you'll get, here's the report that I ran that was customized for me. So every time you run it, you can reprompt it by just reprompting the report, but it will be in the format that you asked for. No financial manager and the columns reversed. So that's just a really quick overview um, of what the MicroStrategy production would look like. Eventually, if we go up here, oh, this is what's in the data sets, is all of the items behind the scenes, and some of you will be able to access those. We'll actually have some of these data sets available so that you can download them. You can connect to them with Microsoft Office, similar to what Scoop does. Um, and those are all covered in, again, the videos that are out on the YouTube site. But let's go up to here. The vision for this document is that all of your financial reports will be on here on some kind of button or tab. We'll have different tabs across the top. We'll have different lists here. We'll have the snapshot by org, and then we'll have the data set so that you can get the raw data. So you'll have lots of different choices as we develop more and more in the MicroStrategy environment. So that is just a brief intro. Hope you got some valuable information out of that. Thanks. Bye.